I see where this mosh stuff is taking us.
Okay, let's recap. Slam dancing started in the early 1980s as a spontaneous response to underground hardcore music. It evolved along with the thrash metal scene and then went national in the 90s thanks to the Lollapalooza tours and a number of mosh-conscious music videos. Then moshing got maybe a little too mainstream, but despite subsequent mosh pit fatalities, it never went away. And with the rise of nu metal in the late 90s, moshing got more and more violent, culminating in the frenzy and rape of Woodstock '99. So what's the state of the pit right now, 20 years on?
Nothing punk about the mosh pit, you know, and the Y2K. What is punk in a way is like be creative, you know what I mean? There's plenty of dance steps that you can come up with that are like inventive and sexier than, you know, beating each other up.
You mean moshing has now become a cliche?
Sometimes it looks so choreographed. Can we have the mosh pit choreographer in, please? I mean, what's up with that?
It's so far beyond irrelevant now that it's actually kind of funny.
Some performers say they're just too famous to take part in the pit anymore.
Back in the day, it was cool because I could just go in anonymous person and just go rock out, you know. Now it's like I can't really pit, like, because I'm, like, if I go down in the crowd, like at shows, I'll try to go down in the crowd and get in, you know, with the folks and just be like, boom, on Kobe, and I'm like, whoa.
And some musicians say they feel no need for traditional mosh pit antics.
I don't have a problem with people just sitting in their seats all night, enjoying me, watching me rock out. You know, I don't need a pit or a crowd participation to boost my ego anymore. I do a fine job of boosting my own ego. You know what I mean?
But then there are people like Maura Jasper and Hilken Mancini, two original punk fans from back in the day, who say they're reclaiming the spirit of slamming by reinventing it as a workout possibility.
Hilken's our certified aerobics instructor, and I'm your certified goof.
Yes, it's punk rock aerobics, a combination of vintage mosh pit moves with a physical fitness regimen.
Punk rock aerobics is a workout to punk rock music. We've made up some of the moves, and some are based on stuff that is really derivative of what you would expect to be like punk rock motion.
We do things that basically you would see in rock clubs.
We have like our simulated mosh pit. And then we'll say, just think about those guys in the pit. We have them like racing around the room in a big circle. And it's great when there's a lot of people.
Note also the elimination of the usual all-male fight club vibe.
We do air guitar.
Our air guitar is like anybody else's air guitar.
But everybody's air guitar is different.
We have these things set up in a way that we can yell out, skank. For people who've been taking the class, they know what to do.
There's a lot of free-form pogoing.
Yeah. And it's also more fun to be doing in a safe context where you can laugh at yourself.
You know there's not like beer bottles gonna be smashed in your face and scary guys.
We don't do stage dives, that's the one thing.
We will
talk about
it.
it.
If we get a bigger class, we can.
Punk rock aerobics may be the ideal place for those who, shall we say, outgrown the pit.
I decided to give it a break for a while.
For me, you know, I can't afford to jam a finger or you know, break something or worse.
I went into the pit recently for like 5 minutes, and I was so tired.
We're too big for that now. I mean, size-wise.
I done flips, all kind of crazy till I pulled a growing muscle. That was it for me, man. Like, hell no, I'm not playing with you kids no more.
You gotta understand, okay, now what is an old dude going in the pit for?
I am by far the oldest guy in the pit. 37-year-old Mosher, still hanging tough.
Oh yeah, the young guys are going in to prove that they're older, and the old guys are going in to prove that they're younger. There we go, that's it.
I'm too old for it now. It's time for some 41 to do it and do it to the best of their ability, because in 10 years they're gonna be too old to do it.
When I was younger, I thought it was really cool. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't go in a pit now.
I'm too lazy now. I'd be all like...
Every generation needs their own hero, their own thing, their own hobby, their own dance, you know? So when I first started doing it, it was one thing. For me, it's lost something. But to the kids who are going to see Blink-182 now at a show and going crazy, it's a whole new thing for them. They don't know my experience with it, so really they haven't lost anything. They get to go to a show and have a ball. And that's awesome.
So after 20 years of slamming and stage diving, moshing is still with us. Moshers may outgrow the pit in the normal course of growing up, but as long as there's a new generation of young fans eager to vent their adrenaline, the moshing spirit, at least, will probably always be with us.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get down to the pit.
Well, right up where the action is, man. Right up there.
That's what it is. It brings people together.
How can you go to a metal show and not mosh?
When I get up and I look in the mirror and I got a bunch of lumps on my head, I had a good day.